Hello there. Are you there or are you here? I'm so excited. Are you excited? Do I have to ask that anymore? I'm sure everybody is. And I'm just curious on your thoughts of, the possible surprises and, what do you expect? Is there someone who would steal the show? Are there a few girls who would, go all the way to impress the judges? Will there be sleeping dragons that would, awaken tonight? What do you think? It's cold. It's, I think, 3 degrees Celsius today. Okay, so without further kuda, I am more than willing to start reading your comments. And I am readying myself for this big event. I'm gonna buy a lot of food tonight. I'm planning to, file for a leave of absence for tomorrow. No, I can't do that. But so my how do you call this? My top 20 and my top 5 forecast or assessment will come out tomorrow lunchtime. Tomorrow afternoon, early afternoon, Japan time, because I have to go to work in the morning, and I just can't do my, how do you call this? My vlog, my pageant vlog, my top 20 choices or top 20 list, until early morning, because I have work the next day. So please bear with me. I'm excited, I really want to publish my choices right after the preliminary. But if it's going to be finished as early as 8 in the evening, Japan time, then you might be able to see my list before midnight. Whatever. I am coming up with my choices right after the preliminary, and I don't really have, the exact idea of how, it will turn out to be, because I've been telling you this. I have 7 or 8 strong women. Whether they give strong performance tonight, I think they would remain in my list, because I have high confidence that they would have made a strong, impression at the preliminary interviews. So the preliminary swimsuit and the preliminary gown would just be added to that. And with this, with this all women lineup to sit as members of the jury, I think it would go to a winner who could best, epitomize women of the modern world. And if we have an all-women jury, it would lean towards someone who is not really that, intimidating. That they would say, oh my God, she's so wonderful, she's so sexy. I think I have to give my points to someone who is equally impressive, but, I would look prettier than her if we are being seen together in one photo. There's a possibility, some people are so aristocratic and are so, proud of themselves that they would, feel that thing that they are being, how do you call that? Surpassed by someone physically and mentally and everything. It can be a possibility that some of the judges might be annoyed by an impressive performance. So they would go for someone who's a little bit vulnerable, a little bit sweet, a little bit, naive. Or they would really go for the naive women because all of the judges might be that naive and simple you know, in real life. That could also be a possibility. But, I have it's not really a strong feeling, but I just think, in 1994, when India won, she was not really one of the front runners. She just emerged triumphant right after the semifinals, the semifinal round. And who knows? An underdog, naive, petite, simple woman might become victorious this time. Just because the judges couldn't find the best among the 5 or 4 front runners. So they would choose someone who is equally impressive, but not really a runaway favorite. You know what I mean? I'm really getting nervous. I am nervous at this point where the Philippines has the strongest representative, and that gives me more fear. I don't know. Okay. So I would, oh my gosh, I'm a little bit red. Wait, it's so cold. Wait. Okay, let's go higher. I have a class. I'm just excited. That's why I went live. But we only have 30 minutes. But before I will go out at 5, I'm supposed to go out of work at 6 p.m. But I would ask for an hour earlier. I would just say that whatever. It's okay. It's okay. It's not bad, considering my situation there. I don't have to divulge about it, but it would be just okay. So I would go earlier at 5, and we might have another vlog, as follow up, another live as follow up, because for sure we're gonna have a lot of comments now because this is very interesting. What do you expect from tonight? Let's start reading. Wow. It's a question from me. What can you say about Miss USA in Colombia making fun of Miss Cambodia and Vietnam because of their English? Well, I am as brutally honest as them. They might just come out as a little bit bitchily, like bitch. But I think, as what I've said yesterday, depending on one's culture, they might interpret this one as something that's very ordinary. Some girls are talking about something without really the intention of hurting. Or for us, particularly Asians, that we are not really, very showy about our anger. It's not like that. It's not really about being showy, but we would not do that in front. We should be aware of. Anyway, talking about awareness, if they're really aware that they are doing something bad, they wouldn't go live. What do you think? So I think there's no real intention to hurt, or it's really innate in them that they are bitch or they are gossipers or what. That's my conclusion to that. Because if, speaking of Filipinos, we would be safe. We would try not to, we appear as the sharpest critics of whatever, like the top gossipers of the world, but we are really not generally. I think we would a little bit be cautious, especially when we know that we are going live. I think so. But in this case, I think we should not judge them. Let's just consider them as bitch, if we would like to say them like bitch because of how we perceive them to be. But In all honesty, I think they didn't want to hurt or to harm anyone, Vietnam or Cambodia. It's just that they are really very, very much like that. It's just natural, maybe. And the bad thing there is that they did not adjust. They are in front of the world and they must consider other attitude, other characters, other, culture, the cultural differences, and so on and so forth. They're in there. That's the only time that I would say that they have failed. The the quick mindset about these cultural differences. But the intention to hurt, I think it's really not basically there. Judges of the preliminary and the main event would be the same. And it will be the very first time, I think, after a few years, after 20 years or so. The preliminaries will be tonight in the Southeast Asia, in the Philippines. I think it will be at 7. So here in Japan, it would be 6 p.m. So I would have the best dinner. I would bring it home, pack my sofa with a lot of, juice boxes and some sitseria, crackers and everything. Because, it is really something that we are waiting for, aside from the Miss Universe finals. And for us pageant aficionados, we really celebrate this day. We really plan for this day. In fact, others are wearing costumes, during preliminary competitions. They really feel this, Miss Universe mood to the max. Okay. Okay, so Miss Universe is very arrogant from me, all right? According to Just M. Alejandro Aguilera, hello. J. Chris Sode, India and Philippines will be the last 2 ladies standing. Wow, fearless. Amel Alonsale, yes, that's what I'm, talking about. They have to be more sensitive. They have to be more careful and cautious and, be aware of all these cultural differences and everything. And that's where they miss. Abisalak Mazumdar, India is confident with grace. Ryan Dennis, I think Catriona remains to go and beyond what we expect from her. She will give a good fight tonight. Can't wait to see her evening gown. YouTube Addict, so excited for the next few hours. Gonna be a big fat boom. Danex Pinoy, with what had happened, Miss Cambodia will be on top. Bangon Ubon, Nepal, very sweet, naturally confident in front of camera crews. Nepal. She could be Miss, she could be Miss India of 1994, who knows? She's very silent, but I think the moment she opens her mouth, it would be impressive. So I don't know what. Of course, everyone doesn't know about what transpired during the preliminary competition interviews, But I just think that Miss Nepal is, sensible as a speaker, and it might do wonders. And that's what I've said, with all these stunning, statuesque women, all gorgeous women, 7 or 8. If she makes it through the top 10, and the remaining 9 are, this supermodel-like, beauties, then that naive one would just make a splash and swim through the crowd. I don't know. Puerto Rico, Alejandro Aguilera, Puerto Rico and Philippines are in my taste the big ones. Crespo Isidore, Vias. Is it Vias? Would it actually affect their chances to make it to top 20 in case? It would affect. I mean, the attitude of USA and Colombia. Is it Colombia? Really? I thought it was Denmark. So Colombia and Australia, it would. If the judges have already been monitoring these activities for the past days. Of course, whose judge, wants to have a winner who would act like that, who would be a little bit insensitive? They are not teenagers. If they have been 19 or 18, it would be a little bit more okay, but I don't know. Hello, Roat. Mina Wubin, what do you think about India's transformation story from fat to fit? Well, I heard about that. I just wasn't able to view those videos, and I was able to read all those articles about that. But yeah, that's a nice or an exciting or interesting story to tell. Just I like Nepal as well. She's eloquent too. CZ Salvador Cerobato, do you think history from Miss Universe 2015 repeats again? Top 3 Philippines, Colombia, and USA? I have a little doubt in my mind, but it's possible. Joe Murillo, good luck, Miss Catriona. Rodrigo Garcia, what do you think of Mexico Andrea Toscano? She's strong. Simply strong. She's pretty. Okay, let's talk about the judges. Am I very welcoming to this idea of having 2 Filipinas at the judges' table? Personally, I wish there was none, but it is already there. We don't really bash the winners of Miss Universe who comes from USA just because 5 or 6 Americans judges that competition. We have had a lot of winners from USA, and some of their winning moments happened in their own backyard in the United States of America, and we really didn't care that much. This time, yes, of course, we would hear a lot of bashing and criticisms and everything, but, well, we have a strong candidate. She is equally deserving as others. It's as simple as that. Catriona is as equally deserving as others. Happy chicks, hello there. Sunny Sanny 32. Top 5 are all unexpected candidates. Wow. Strong forecast. Olivia Colby, yes. Edwin Camacho, Puerto Rico will be in top 3. Well, she might be. Joe Romero, Philippines. I thought it's Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico won't be in the top 5. Oh my God, it's against each other. It's against your will, your wish. What do you expect for Peru in the preliminary competition? Well, she's a joy to watch, and she might make it. Except, of course, if she didn't give a good, answer, if she wasn't able to give good answers to questions thrown at her during the preliminary interview. Work hard and smart, pick a clover, be successful. How many more hours before the prelims? 5 hours. Namaste. Is it Namaste? Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I forgot. Namaste. Marilianos, Puerto Rico, Russia, and Philippines on top. Ryan Dennis, I believe this Filipino judge will give good judgment in deciding. I agree that Catriona is strong. This Filipino judges won't be ashamed to give their votes on her. Tyron Vasquez, excited for the gown of Catriona. Simple Lipstick, curse Peru. Why? Noel Melasio is Puerto Rico's threat, of course. Diona Garden, Philippines. What's that? Philippines has been consistent in her performance. Yes, I think among the strong contenders, she is one of the 3 or 4 who remain consistent. And the half are, up and down sometimes. Pink Blush, I am excited with the runaway and Passerella. Of course, me too. That's one thing that I'm really looking forward to have. What if Nepal would give something that would, excite all of us? That, Miss Universe is like that. That's the difference of Miss Universe and Miss World. That Miss Universe is give your all, peg. This is really, that you really, gyrate as they gyrate on stage. Who else? My expectations, the possibilities tonight, I think India would really give a good showing tonight because we see her Passerella. A lot of people think that it's a little bit exaggerated, but wow. We have seen a lot of girls who do more than that, and they win or they make it to the top 5, if not getting the crown. It's really like that at Miss Universe. You really have to bang. You really have to give a show. That's Miss Universe. Together with, beauty and wit, it is the Passerella. How you move on stage with that confidence, that would make a difference. I am excited about Catriona's emote in the gown. And it's a little bit scary because we had, Catriona had a strong controversy last year. It's not really her who did that, who initiated that controversy, but some beauty queens, who I'm talking about, and Catriona has to prove, there's a little pressure in that she has to prove that she really has this strong swimsuit performance. That's why I hope Catriona could handle it very well. Just take it lightly, just play in her swimsuit, and she will make it through. For the gown, I'm so excited of what she's gonna wear, of what, iconic, accessories would she use, what would be her hair, and so on and so forth. Now, I don't have much time. I would like to talk about others like, Bahamas, a lot of asking about Bahamas, what would be about Miss Zambia? How do I envision, Miss Kenya's performance tonight? What do I think of Miss Thailand? Will she go up that stage and do some, exciting Passerella as well, like, side to the side and side to the side with mouth open and closed? So that's very exciting. So I would just read your comments later on. Work first before pleasure. And see you later at 6 p.m. Thank you very much, everybody. And I hope all of you would wait for my final choices, for my ultimate official choices for the Miss Universe Crown 2018. I'm going to give you my top 20 right after. So good luck to all of us, of course. Thank you very much, all of you, and see you tonight.